Okay. I'm going to say this right now. Bear with us. There may be a lot of connects and disconnects tonight. Right now, strangely enough, I'm running through Caster Labs servers in Australia because I cannot connect to the ones in Ashburn. You know, the ones 30 miles down the fucking road from me. Literally, I am 30 miles down the road from the from the Virginia Caster Lab servers, and I cannot connect. So we're connecting through Sydney right now. We're trying to figure out what's going on. So, and T says hi. Let's see what other insane shit goes on. But T, if you can do me a favor, double check to see if I'm streaming on Picardo as well. If you need that link, I can send it to you. I'd very much appreciate that. Yeah, I'm less than thrilled about having to do multi-streaming, but you know, it is what it is. So. Yes. Okay. Well. Yeah, it's weird. It's just that it would not connect, and I do not know why. But otherwise than that, how you doing? Just taking a break from streaming right now until you can figure stuff out? I think a lot of us are, if we're not taking breaks, we're trying to figure out what goes next. It's been a mess. Oh, come on. There's no such thing as too much Torchlight. Well, there might be. I don't know. I don't play Torchlight. Nothing wrong with that. It's like, question for you. How do I get in touch with the powers that be at Botrix to see about adding Picardo in here? Because I'd rather not run a second chat doc. I have no clue if Picardo has 1,000 live channels. I don't even know if they have 1,000 channels. I just know it's like the cockroach of internet streaming services, and by that I don't mean that it's bad. Although there's that. It's that it somehow manages to survive the nuclear apocalypse. The thing is actually older than Twitch, and somehow it still survived. But I do know that there are 0 bots for Picardo. I mean, literally 0 bots. So if you guys signed up, you would be the first. Then again, this is a company that couldn't even let their mobile app down the vine because nobody was using it. Picardo is a weird place. It could be best described as an online artist commune. Complete with all the good and bad that entails. Let's see if we have a response yet. I wonder what the latency is. Give me a second, I'm checking something. Oh, actually, surprisingly, the latency isn't that bad. Well, apparently, the latency on the latency on YouTube seems to be the worst, even though it supposedly has the highest setup. Go figure. But that being said, other than that, yeah, it is what it is. And now I've got to open up the Velline file. Okay. Actually, I might be able to get away with. Let me see something here. Okay, so the bars are a little thinner. Let's go back and look at that UI. Well, welcome to Multi-Streaming Central, where I'm still trying to figure out shit. And doing it badly. Hopefully your day has been okay. Mine has completely sucked. Yeah, yeah, mine has been a festival of fail.
We're just having a great time over here, aren't we?
As I was just telling T a second ago, I live in Virginia. I live literally
Practically down the street.
I live literally less than 30 miles away from where the multi-streaming service has their software as their East Coast server. And yet I can't connect to that. I'm currently connected right now to the Australian server because
Good fucking job.
I know Lix is looking at it. He's like, "What the fuck?" That was literally his response. He's like, "What the fuck?" It's like, how are you not connecting? It's like, I don't know. If I had an answer for you, I would let you know. No, that's cool. This is so gonna have to be redone. I can tell. To each his own on that one. $33. I just know that. I think if nothing else, this move will give me a chance to do a little more writing. So I do have some ideas that I can do to get back into the swing of things. It's been a while. what size? And are you looking for full featured or a white box? And are you looking for a Windows laptop, Mac, or Nix? Well, just asking. I mean, there's been a lot of chatting about that in the last few. And I recently upgraded my wife's laptop because she needed it for some major projects. And she's not 100% happy with it. I mean, it could be worse, but... And that kind of sucked. Okay. So if you're looking at a particular brand, I don't know if I could give Lenovo a ringing endorsement right now. I know she wouldn't.
Yeah.
Now, there's one that I had that I was working on FimFic that I didn't get that far on that I may redo. I am actually working on. Oh wait, oops. Sorry about that. Forgot to switch. That's never going to change. I am actually working on a font at the moment. And why isn't Botrix not showing the... Hey, T, FYI, I'm having an issue with Botrix not showing up the chat widget on screen. I don't know if that's anything you can do about, or if you have to pester your other guys there, but that's happening. Anyways, I'm working on a font based on a 1960s album cover. Yeah, let me show you. So based on the fact that I only had 5 capital letters and slightly more lowercase, I have managed. The Twitch platform toggle is enabled. Hold on. Give me a second. I'll send you over the. Widgets. Shooting this to you over in Discord. Yeah, so it's just Doug. This is part of the reason why I like doing platform exclusivity. Less issues. I just realized I put the Y in the wrong spot, didn't I? Yes, I did. Twitch is never going to stop being buggy, and you know that. But yeah, that's just the fun of all this. Technology marches on, and oftentimes in circles. No, like I said, a lot of these need updates. Kat's got to get back to me and let me know which where she's going to be streaming at for starters. She literally, my wife who did her artwork and all that for her character, literally it was just watching her bounce up and down the wall because she was getting ready for her debut at the end of the month, and now look at this. There were three VTubers who were going to have major debuts at the beginning of May, and they've all kind of had their plans seriously fucked.
Crashed and burned. But hey, investors can use AI in whatever kind of scam they're going to run now. And that's what's important, right?
No, whatchamacallit, Yumi did her one for her regular stuff, but for her VTuber, she hasn't done her debut yet. I've been talking to her.
Yeah, everything else has been like a test run, if I recall correctly. Just to, I guess, build up some hype.
Yeah, so it's been some pretty bad shit. Not only that, but I honestly don't even know if I'm going to be able to keep these ads because they may be against Twitch and YouTube's terms of service, even though they're really not ads I'm charging for. So you're taking away from our ad revenue. I'm not even charging for these fucking ads. You're taking away from our ad revenue. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, I am so sorry.
Other services, they're completely unreasonable. No, yeah, you are. You totally are.
I'm sorry I'm taking away the extra penny you ripped out of a child's hand. My apologies. Have you considered rebranding? And if you don't want other people to know, keep forgetting to make the swap over. So you're just going to wait for everybody to forget and then relaunch? That's fair enough. I'm going to laugh hard if this video gets copyright struck on YouTube. Because I'm literally playing mostly my music. Not all of it is my music, but most of it is my music, and it's mostly all, it should be DCMA friendly. So if they go, oh, you got hit from Rinso Guy Sound Systems music playing that, it's like, I am that person, you fucktards. Maybe stop Mr. Scrooging through your gold vault long enough to like take a breath. No, YouTube isn't a corporate sellout. YouTube is corporate, period. I wouldn't worry about it. It's like within a month, unless somehow LiveSpace manages to come back from the dead, people are going to forget. They're going to move on. They're going to worry about their own stuff, and it's nothing you'll have to deal with any longer. I'm thinking, I'm wondering if 500 too small. Yeah, let's go with 750. So bear with me. I'm going to do some tweaking here. Incubi or succubi? I'm familiar with both. I'm heavy in mythology. In fact, I once wrote a story about a hisame, which is roughly the Japanese equivalent of a succubus. No, that's a kitsune. That's not. Hold on, let me get you a link. Okay, in no theater, they're also referred to as shikome, so that's why the link is shikome rather than hisame. But hisame is also correct, and they are very sexual beings. They do things differently than succubi, but it's still the same thing, sex demon. Good luck on that one. I don't know how far you're going to get. I have to redo that Y entirely. Actually, well, did I have to? Yeah, I'm going to have to. That'll have to be fixed. Well, don't pigeonhole yourself. Write a whole bunch of different things. Check something here. Let's see how that looks. Good job on that F5 button there, guys. Really. I forgot the O. It depends on how you look at it. If you're meaning it in a metaphorical sense, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're meaning it in a literal sense, seek help. Maybe not necessarily mental help, but borrow is usually good too. No, there's nothing wrong with having characters that you that identify with. And that's natural and that's going to happen. I'm glad you asked. Ghost of Tsushima. I'm going to play that whole damn thing in Kurosawa mode. I don't care if anybody says you're wasting your GPU. It's like, no, I'm going to Kurosawa the hell out of that game. Anybody else?
What are the movies I grew up on? I don't want to hear it.
Anybody complains, I will Jidageki their ass.
Yeah, like these are the kind of movies I grew up. Let me have my nostalgia, you fuckers.
And aside from that, I haven't thought of any other ones. Why are there any that you're looking forward to in particular? Well, I have been playing a lot of Power World, and I have been playing a lot of Helldivers. Anybody who tells you that Helldiver sucks is just clearly a commie traitor and does not understand French.
Some people think that the flamethrowers suck, but I'm like, I can't resist.
Yeah, it's a little too far. It's kind of Pinocchio there. Honestly, I'm not surprised. I mean, quite frankly, a lot of them are just, they're doing it just for the shock value and to make a quick buck. Usually, you don't see anything of real cultural value when it comes to public domain stuff coming out until like at least a decade. So yeah, I'm not surprised there's a Bambi horror film and a Peter Pan horror film. It's like, I'm not knocking people for liking it. Keep bear in mind. I'm just saying it's like they're not doing it for the sake of raising the art form.
That's pure entertainment.
Of course, it's that can tell you right there why it's a quick buck. They're making a cinematic universe when the whole idea is pretty much almost played out now. Even Marvel's moving away from that shit now. Really, I don't think anything needs cinematic universes, but that's just me. Perfect. Yeah, but that was just pure. That and monster films were. Universal's MonsterVerse. Although that was after the fact. They didn't call them shared universes back then. I'm not necessarily sure if anything needs to go back to the 90s. The 90s were weird. You can call the 90s fun. For me, I was in the military at the time. I just existed for the most part. Yeah, I got to go to some awesome places. I'm not going to deny that. But I hear everybody else's stories about what they did in the 20s. What did you do? Oh, I was in a war. Two of them actually. In 2000, I was 29. Thank you for making me feel old. emojis or cow emojis? And emojis are one thing, but cow emojis are the Japanese ones. Hold on, time for me to educate you here. I just sent it to you, so. And since you are here and get to be a victim, so hold on. There. Since I have a funny feeling I'm going to need a few. Oh, no, thank you. Yes, I know. Unlimited power, the power to abuse, destroy, and subjugate all. Yes. Now I just need to upload some, like, the new emotes and shit. I've really got to redesign that. And I've got to talk to, well, actually, you got to get a hold of the cat and find out when her thing is so I can redo this thing. You're like, she didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
She's busy playing Final Fantasy 14 or whatever.
Actually,
so.
well, yeah. But no, I mean,
That or she's trying to move to Destiny. She's trying to solo the Whisper flawless. Okay, so I guess the Close enough. I'm lazy. Let's see. All right, actually, I'm going to be right back. Take a real quick 5-minute break to use the head and whatnot. So I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Be adorable and all that. I'll be right back. Okay, is it bad that Fox did a hydrate and it never showed up? I swear a lot of this stuff needs work. It really does. And I don't want to run four different chat docs. It's like, So yes, we're getting water right now. We're getting the aqueous liquid, the dihydrogen monoxide, the oxidane. Oh no, it should be interesting. So we shall see. Is Genrix gonna take Twitch and bury it, give it a burial, a well deserved burial because it definitely needs to be buried. Sorry. I was going to do a fortune cookie because we had Chinese this night. Then my wife brought me incentive not to. So. I just saw that. I'll pop open the fortune cookie just because. So.
Mine didn't have a fortune in it. It means I have no luck.
I'm sure my fortune cookie says you will be the death of yet another streaming service. Education is what survives. What one has learned has been forgotten. Oh, these are fortune cookies or LSD cookies? Want to laugh?
Sure.
Seriously, he was like, is that supposed to be a fortune of some kind? Actually, Wash, what's your budget for games? Because it just reminded me there's a whole shitload of indie horror games on itch.io. Some are free, most are cheap, but they're usually made by indie creators who are very good, very good about that stuff and wanting to get their words out. Right, let me see, for example. Like here's a free horror one. And actually, I'm going to share that with everybody so that way they can have the chance to get it. So, sorry, you guys in Picardo are shit out of luck because I can't unfortunately share there because the chat doc won't let me. As always, Picardo thinks they're cunning plans all the way through. Okay, easy. Well, it looks like it's coming along. And I see the music thing has disappeared again to Spotify. Seriously?
Maybe that doesn't happen.
I don't foresee me redoing the S, so that way it can be another. That can be another copy. All right, so it's coming along nicely. Let's do a quick validate. And we'll do a test. I suspect Z will be the same thing too. So. There's no real reason to make a like A to F. I is going to be the interesting one. Because according to the original album, I don't think there was one. I was one of the ones that were missing. So yeah. Maybe I can. Let's get a little creative, shall we? Let's take the Majuscule I, or capital I if you prefer, or uppercase I. Technical term is Majuscule. Bear with me. The lowercase s here. Yeah, that's not going to work. Oh, hi, Becky. Glad to have you here. It is actually seriously glad to have you here. It's like, let's see if this works. F. So how are you doing tonight? How'd your stream go? Oh, good, good, good. Hopefully you're adjusting better than I am right now. Learning how to multi-stream has been a disaster for me. It's like when I tried it yesterday, I had mic issues, and then today, even though I'm literally less than 30 miles down the road from where the multi-streaming server is, I'm connecting right now via Australia because they can't connect me to Virginia. It's like, but it's been very, very interesting. I'm hoping this all balances out by next week, but we shall see. That and the fact that the Botrix chat doesn't seem to be working, no matter how much I try to get it to work. It's like, work, damn it. Well, like I tweeted, or not tweeted. Actually, yeah, I did tweet about it too. But I did definitely write about it on the LiveSpace Discord. It kind of felt like something was missing. It really did. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of it, and I understand why they did it, and I'm actually kind of I back them wholeheartedly for turning down the funding, but it still hurt. There's going to be no way around that. It hurts everybody. I mean, what are you thinking? I have yet to, other than trolls, I have yet to run into anybody who's been a fan of this whole situation. Well, what it was is that they were doing perfectly fine, but they needed more funding, and from what my understanding was, is that their investors were insisting that they had to include AI, and they did not want to include AI. That probably would have meant that somebody would have lost their jobs. And so Todd and Spencer said, "Nope, we're not willing to go there." And the investor said, "Okay, fine, you don't get money." Not thrilled about that, but like I said, I applaud them for taking the effort. I haven't, but I've seen enough people. Yeah, but the thing is that the investors don't want standard AI. They don't want, or even controlled generative AI. They want magic box AI, the kind that gets them ultimate money and cuts jobs. It's kind of one of the reasons why I'm suspicious of Vibe, because they say they're going to be running a lot of stuff based on AI, and it feels like buzzwords, and I'm not really thrilled about it. I'm not wholeheartedly against AI, and obviously we use AI in video games. Otherwise, we'd have stupid enemies. Um, but the kind of AI that these guys keep advocating is the stuff that is going to put people out of jobs, and they don't care because it just means more profit to them. But again, a lot of them just generally don't care. They want their profits, and if it means you're inconvenienced, well, that's too bad for you, which I definitely do not like. It's like newsflash: we're the ones using the products. I think we should have a little bit of a say in what we're consuming. I have no plan to be just consumer, get excited for next thing to consume. I mean, have you been following the whole thing with Vibe? Supposedly tomorrow they're going to be making a post. Well, okay, yeah. Hold on, for starters. Actually, give me a sec. Browser. I shot you guys the link for Vibe streaming. If you look at the website looks like pure, unadulterated amateur hour. I mean, that is a horrible logo. The website looks like it was slapped together. In fact, ironically, it looks like it's all AI. Then, if you actually look in the Discord channel, and I'll send you guys, I'll hook you guys with the link to that. Give me a sec. Yeah, if you're in if you go to the Discord, you know, a lot, and I know you're there, Becky, but I'm sending that for T, who is not. A lot of it feels just like hype, and nothing. Honestly, I think SharePlay is the next on the block because all they do is games. And if they had been art only like Picardo, they would have been fine. And keep in mind, even Picardo is starting to move away from games only. If they'd been music only, everybody does games, okay? Everybody does games. So SharePlay is definitely,
they're already an oversaturated market.
Yeah, same reason why I think noise is dead already, isn't it?
And that's the thing. A lot of people don't understand going into an oversaturated market is a death knell unless you have something really, they're absolutely convinced you have something that's really, really different.
Yeah, Noise is apparently doing game only as well. I think they're going to die fairly quick too.
Yeah, that's the next on the chopping block, honestly.
And I'm not saying that they should go away. I'm just saying that, quite
they're
frankly,
not going to last.
Yeah. It's just not feasible. It really is not. And if these guys honestly think that they're going to do just specialization, but our specialization is going to be gaming, it's like
you and everybody else.
To give you an example, artists. There's honestly very few places people can go to do art, and none of them are great. None of them were great other than LiveSpace. YouTube doesn't even have an art category. This is in education right now. It's like, the hell? Picardo obviously does, and that's why they're surviving. I don't think it's a big mistake. I honestly think if that's the best they can do, that's good for them. Twitch is called out for 50-50 because Twitch is owned by Amazon that has deep ass pockets.
And even though it's struggling.
For a small startup like SharePlay having 50-50 and people complaining about it, I think that's greed. Now, granted, LifePet's at 85-15, but how many times did Todd say they weren't looking to be uber rich? They knew they were taking a hit on that. I think 50-50 is realistic for a small company. I do not think 50-50 is realistic for YouTube or Trovo or Amazon. If, LifeSpace had been 50-50, I would have been okay with that. Now, had LiveSpace been owned by LiveSpace Corp, with branches all over the globe, and LiveSpace Mail and LiveSpace Tube and shit like that, then yeah, then calling them out for 50/50 would have been bad. Smaller companies, I'm telling you that having owned Megami for 20 years and whatnot, yeah, you really cannot expect a major company to have that. I wonder who is SharePlay using as their backbone. That might be the case. If it's LivePeer, I'm not impressed, because LiveSpace is apparently using LivePeer. And LivePeer, I don't know anything really about them, but the way they said sorry to see that LiveSpace is folding and turned it into an advertising for them, I thought was just crass as fuck. The only ones I really know anything about are AWS, DigitalOcean, and Azure. I mean, Oracle, the rest of them, I'm not too sure about. Either way, it's still not a real good look. But yeah, definitely SharePlay has got to fix their stuff if they're going to be trying to open to the masses. The question is, will they do that in time? Well, to be fair, neither does Twitch. Twitch doesn't have great transcoding either. Regardless of that, they should still. Give me a second. I'm going to test this. Hey man, what's up? Getting used to multi-streaming because I've never really done it before. It's been a mess. I've got to get used to it. And I've got to see, just because I told these guys, I'm going to see how long it takes to do SharePlay's thing. Let's see. The other problem is that they named it SharePlay. And what does everybody think of when you're thinking SharePlay? Full products. The site came up for me instantly. Then again, I'm using 2.5 gigs. Oh yeah, definitely. That must always be a rule. Be excellent to one another. But like I said, glad to have you here. It's like the last 2 days of testing multi-streaming have just been an absolute freaking mess. An absolute mess. Getting used to it, but you know, it is what it is. Let's see. I've got 3 right now. I've got this one, YouTube, or I got Twitch, YouTube, Picardo, and that's that. I was going to do MakerTube, but MakerTube, you have to have separate channels for different things, and I'm not really comfortable on having a different channel for music, different channel for art, different channel for everything under the sun. It seems kind of silly. I was on Kick. I was not. I did not like Kick. In fact, I moved to LiveSpace from Kick, and I'm not a fan of going back. So. I just had way too many problems with bots, and I'm not in the mood to deal with it again. Well, Kick has got a lot of changes to make. I mean, whether it's you don't like it because of personal reasons, or you don't like it for technical reasons, or you don't like the fact that it's owned by a gambling place, they've got a long ways to go to prove themselves to a lot of people. And that goes on your end, man. It's like everybody's seeing me here just putting together this thing and trying to figure out what goes next with. Let me look back at the source material. Basically, I'm taking this old album cover and I'm redoing the font. Since technically it's lettering because there was actually no font. You might want to look at Picardo like I did. Picardo is weird, but it's art-based. In fact, I'm on Picardo right now if you want to look at it. So if you want to peek around and stuff like that, one of the beautiful things about Picardo is that for artists is that it has its own gallery. Yeah, that's part of the problem with Picardo, and I'm not gonna brush that under the table. It's heavily furry based, and the adult art is there, even when you have it on safe for work, like I have it right now. Yeah, it's there. No, you'll go fine with it. Trust me. I started out of Picardo. I left it. I would not have gone back if I didn't think it was, I needed a place for the art. And granted, it's not perfect. I mean, the grand majority of the stuff is like you said, furry art. But there are other things there. So give me a sec. And let's see. As I'm going through Picardo shit right now, trying to figure out. And oh, I can't find anything on it, and I don't want to stop the stream. But well, thanks for the joining. As you can see, I'm doing here fonts and whatnot. But yeah, you should fit in there with no problem. I wouldn't excuse me, would not endorse a product that I don't use or I don't like. And also, I'm not gonna sweep anything under the rug when it comes to Picardo. Definitely not going to. For artists, it's good, and there are workplaces. But hey, glad to have you here, Waxty. Sorry if I got that wrong. As you can see right now, I'm working on fonts, and why not? Damn it! But another person who's moving there is Corey Artis, and if you think your art doesn't fit there, I'm sure he would think the same thing too. Oh boy, would he! And yet he's making the jump. Let's take a look at the Oregon. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, honestly, a lot of people I think are going to be sticking where they are right now, having been burned by the loss of live space is definitely going to prevent people really from moving anywhere anytime soon, I think. It's going to make people very suspicious of new sites like Vibe. Yeah, look, the next site that shows up, and like I said, I think it's going to be Vibe. They're going to have to really win over the crowd. There's no way around that. There's absolutely no way around that. Never bothered with Instagram. I mean, quite frankly,
I don't feel like being spied on.
Well, no, it's the fact that I signed up our company for a corporate account, and they still wanted my personal information.
Yeah, it's like, why?
It's like it's a corporate account. You had me click on the corporate part. Yet you want my personal information?
But how are we going to make our millions from data mining?
Tough shit.
Maybe you should try to, get a real job. Like being an artist.
Yeah, but I personally don't bother with Instagram, and I really don't miss it. Can't miss what I've never had. Egg. I trick that. Let's do a desktop test. Looks like it's coming and going pretty good. So for those of you, we were talking about earlier before you showed up, it's like, what do you think about the whole live space closure and, about Vibe streaming deciding to show up on the same day, whether or not that was intentional? Personally, me, I have my doubts, but yay. Focusing on our take a look. I'm debating whether I want to make this font a personal use font, which means I'd give it up free for anybody who wants to use it for personal reasons or small publishing things, or if I should do this as a commercial. I'm kind of leaning towards free because this is, after all, based on an original somebody else's work. The thing I love about this is once I do this, I've got 4 letters done right there. So, I mean, the glyphs are easily interchangeable. So let's get the B in. And now you guys are about to learn how font makers cheat. Like I said, I just did the lowercase b, or the minuscule to use the technical term. But in doing so, I also just did the D, the P, and the Q. Seriously, take a look at most fonts. The T, the B, the D, and the B, the D, the P, and the Q are pretty much more often than not the same glyph, just flipped. And you can especially get away with that when you're doing stuff like this. Like here, see? Well, in this case, this was lettering, so the guy actually hand drew it. And if I wanted to, I could actually do that. But I'm lazy. And few people are going to complain. So what we'll do next is go into the actual font here. Take the B, move over. There's the D. Yeah, I know I'm ruining your image of font making being this horrible
Magic out of Disney.
black magic thing.
The magic out of Disney.
God, I still laugh when I deal with a lot of the Eastern European font makers who are like heavily against me streaming this stuff. So yeah, they might find the magic, and I love the response from the Dutch guy. It's like, yeah, okay. So worst comes to, we get a few extra shitty fonts, but at the same time, we might get somebody who might learn and make an amazing font. And it's like yeah, that's exactly why I do it.
Yeah, but competition, man. Actually, I don't think it's even that. They just like they like the mystique. Like most people don't care, you guys.
The tricky one's going to be the minuscule L, because it'll look way too much like the I. Let's take a look at the original one, see if I can get some ideas. Actually, I might actually have an idea. Take the B. Instead of lock down the P and the Q. Yeah, I'm actually going to be heading off soon myself. It's almost 1, so I'll be logging off soon. But thanks for having you here. Much appreciated. I'll probably be doing this later on next week, so in case you had any question. But like I said, actually, close enough. It's another thing. I'm actually going to round up and see if I can raid some people. Thanks again, everybody, for showing up for this test stream. Now that I've got some idea of what's going on, I'm going to be actually getting back into the normal streaming and whatnot, so I'll have my schedule out. But I do appreciate you guys coming out to support me. We all got to stick in together. So with that, for the guys on Twitch, let's see who we can raid. So let's send you somewhere. Yeah. Let's see. Raid. There is nobody here to raid unless you want me to raid Bob Ross, which I don't think is going to be necessary.
Could be Bob Ross.
So let's see. Can you raid on YouTube? I have no clue. Is there a way to raid on YouTube? I can't tell. And I'm not even going to bother trying to figure out if you can raid on Picardo. So, okay, I guess I'm just going to end it then. Again, thanks everybody for showing up. Keep tuned to the schedule to see how things are going, and I will catch you guys later. So, have a great one.